INDI Alliance is collapsing, it seems, like a house of cards. Now, there is rift in the alliance ahead of Jharkhand and Maharashtra elections. While stalemate continues in MVA over seat sharing, in the state of Jharkhand, the RJD has decided to fight solo because they believe that the Congress party is unsharing and uncaring as an alliance partner. The question is, will the INDI be able to keep their flock together? Let's look at the developments of the day and then we come back for a discussion.
Ahead of the Maharashtra polls, cracks within the INDI continue to widen. A drift is being reported in the Maha Vikas Aghadi Alliance in the state over the allocation of seats for the ensuing assembly elections. At the heart of the disagreement is the allocation of crucial seats in regions such as Vidarbha, Mumbai and Nasik. One of the key flashpoints is Nasik West, where on one hand, Thackeray faction has been pushing for Sudhakar Badgujar's candidacy, and on the other, Congress remains adamant on fielding its own candidate. Amid the seat-sharing deadlock, Uddhav Thackeray met with the party leaders. However, as per sources, Uddhav Sena leaders left the MVA meet midway. The Central Election Committee meet of Congress was also cancelled.
महाराष्ट्र विधानसभा चुनाव को लेकर बीजेपी ने अपनी पहली लिस्ट जारी कर दिया है। वहीं महाविकास अघाड़ी में सीट बंटवारों को लेकर विवाद लगातार बढ़ता जा रहा है। आज दिल्ली में होने वाली कांग्रेस मीटिंग को भी रद्द करना पड़ा क्योंकि शिवसेना उद्धव ठाकरे गुट को उस लिस्ट को मान्य नहीं है। 10 से ज्यादा सीटों को लेकर शिवसेना उद्धव ठाकरे गुट और कांग्रेस में विवाद है और इसी विवाद को लेकर लगातार दोनों नेताओं में मतभेद देखने को मिल रहे हैं।
Meanwhile, a similar crisis has now gripped the INDI partners in Jharkhand. The standoff has intensified with RJD MP Manoj Jha voicing his dissent over seat allotment.
हम 5 सीटों पर रनर अप रहे, बाकी हमारे गठबंधन के सहयोगी लोग शायद उतनी सीटों पर परसेंटेज टर्म्स में रनर अप नहीं रहे। इन चीजों का समायोजन हमें दुख के साथ कहना पड़ता है कि यूनिलैटरल फैसला लिया गया कि आपको फलाने नंबर ऑफ सीट का ऑफर दिया जा रहा है।
As the Maha Vikas Aghadi in Maharashtra and the INDI Alliance in Jharkhand struggle with internal tensions, one question looms large. Will the ever-intensifying standoff weaken their fight against the Saffron Party?
All right, Karan Verma continues to stay with us from the earlier debate, and joining me now, Naresh Kamath, senior journalist. He's joining us live from Mumbai. He's going to give us perspective on Maharashtra politics. We also have Ravi Srivastav, political analyst, typically leans towards the Aam Aadmi Party. He's also joining us live from Delhi tonight, in fact, generally does from Mumbai. And I want to begin with Nikhil Jain, political analyst, advocate, leans towards the Congress party. It seems no lessons learned, Nikhil, from the Haryana debacle. Now you have RJD. Unfortunately, as Manoj Jha said, Congress not listening to them and not playing fair on seat sharing, and hence they have said that we will go and announce our own candidates in Jharkhand. You are in trouble. Nikhil.
Abhishek, I think you're reading too much into what Professor Jha has said. He's never said that the Congress is acting unfair with them. He's only saying that the party's expectations, RJD's expectations, have not been met out in the seat sharing that has been announced by the JMM and the Congress. I'm sure the alliance will iron out the difficulties between it, and they are going to reach a settlement and a seat sharing number that is amenable to all. And this is not the first time that this is happening with the INDI Alliance or with the NDA, for that matter, because this is how alliances usually are, that there will be pushes and pulls. There will be parties and leaders who would be disappointed or not happy in the manner that the seats are distributed, and it does take some time to iron out. I wish it didn't take it as long, but I'm pretty sure you won't see a problem because the alliance has fought multiple elections together and has done that successfully.
In a way, your defense of the Congress party conduct is actually an admission, Nikhil Jain, that no lessons have been learned, because exactly that's what happened in Haryana. The Aam Aadmi Party and Ravi Srivastava would vouch for it. I'm sure Ravi Srivastava, you know what...
Abhishek, that was different. That was different.
It was not different. The state was different, of course, because that's
Absolutely,
Haryana and this is Jharkhand.
No, other than the state.
But the conduct of the Congress
Abhishek,
party is similar.
No, I'll tell you
And
the
it's
three
for
key
the-
differences.
It's for the
I'll tell you the
allies, you
key
see.
differences.
It's not for me and not for, the viewers are watching it. Ravi Srivastava, you know what the Aam Aadmi Party said after the Haryana results? Sun liya hota humko, share kar liya hota. Exactly what Akhilesh Yadav also said, Ravi Srivastava, right? Now same is happening in Jharkhand with the RJD saying, Congress party, what are you up to? Can't you, we are strong in 22 seats, at least give us a dozen. Ravi Srivastava, deja vu.
Abhishek, election defeats are not to be mourned forever. Those are to be forgotten and move forward. Yes, that did happen. There was a seat bargain between Aam Aadmi Party and Congress, and Aam Aadmi Party was very hopeful that Congress would accommodate them. But that did not happen. Perhaps what I understood is that the central leadership of Congress was in favor of that, but the local leadership led by Shri Hooda and his group was not in favor of it. That's why it fell out. But here is not a situation in Maharashtra. Maharashtra situation is far better as far as the MBA is concerned. The Aghadi is well ahead. And actually, you give me some 30 seconds. I'll just explain that why this is happening. See, 29 months before, when Shiv Sena was splitted, and then subsequently 17 months before, the NCP was splitted. So that particular game, which was played by the BJP with the electorate of with the MLAs, changing sides and selling, buying, khoka, etc., that has not gone from the memory of Maharashtra voters. And they have exhibited it in the Lok Sabha elections. The BJP was reduced to the grand only single digit, and that is 9 seats. And of course, the Shinde Sena did perform slightly better, but it's a fact that people are not in favor of this kind of, money-back politics and people stabbing the original party, etc. And there is a lot of confusion. There is a lot of confusion. I go and ask my MLA that which party you were in, sir. I understand that he was in erstwhile Shiv Sena or in erstwhile NCP. So people say that why should we vote for these kind of people? And you know that Maharashtra has got the situation, the law and order. An ex-minister is shot dead point blank, and this is the situation in the state. That Maharashtra in the farmers...
that too by a prisoner who's lodged in a jail in Gujarat.
We don't know. Nikhil Jain, we don't know. No conclusion yet. In fact, this has to be contradicted because, you see, the possibility of SRA angle insofar as the Baba Siddique murder is concerned is much more than Lawrence Bishnoi. So I have to correct you there. It's an open probe still. But let me get in Naresh Kamath into this. Naresh Kamath, Ravi Srivastava says Maharashtra situation is better for the INDI bloc and the Congress party. It seems he did not hear the Dasara speech of Uddhav Thackeray. Otherwise, he would have had a different appraisal, perhaps. Naresh Kamath, the kind of comments Uddhav Thackeray has made since Dasara, essentially harping on the fact that he is part of the alliance only so long as he can be made the chief ministerial face. You think the MVA is not as good as Ravi Srivastava wants us to believe?
No, the MVA is in a very bad shape now. Now we can see in the very seat sharing now, Raut had to walk out. Now the problem is Vidarbha. In Vidarbha Lok Sabha, they have 10 seats. Out of 10 seats, 5 were won by the Congress and just 1 by Uddhav Thackre's party. Now, out of 62 assembly seats, they are demanding a major pie, Uddhav Thackre. It will be a political suicide for Uddhav Thackre if they go on insisting, because Congress has a very upper hand in Vidarbha, and then they have to really concede these seats to. Second thing is the INDI Alliance had a majority in 158 assembly seats. I'm talking the Lok Sabha ones, and these have 125 seats. 158 is not a very big figure because 145 is the majority. So it's not a very big figure where you can really do anything like that. So the NBA should really get cracking. If you see the Mahayuti, Amit Shah and Modi handled it very well. Now there is no. Here they are just fighting. Yesterday at Trident Hotel, they had a 10-hour meeting and 10 hours nothing was achieved. Today, the whole day was spent. Everyone, Aditya Thackeray is coming and meeting Sharad Pawar. Nana Patole is meeting Sharad Pawar. All want Sharad Pawar to intervene. If this is the situation now, imagine once this is declared, what will be the situation? I think they have not yet learned a lesson from Haryana. They have to now really do something for this.
Okay, they have to do something for this. Ravi Srivastav, do you get a clearer picture now? Oh, he's, Naresh Kamath is there on the ground and he's analyzing developments of the day. Sanjay Raut walking out of the MVA meeting, Aditya Thackeray rushing to meet Sharad Pawar, Nana Patole rushing to Delhi, and we had that soundbite of Nana Patole taking jibes at Sanjay Raut. And Uddhav wants, irrespective of whatever number of seats they win, he says, Chief Minister has to be ours. In fact, he, in his speech, quoted that earlier, for all the time that Shiv Sena, BJP were together, the formula was whichever party wins more seats gets the Chief Minister's chair. Now, he said, this is useless formula. If this is the formula that you have, whosoever gets more seats become the Chief Minister, then where is the alliance? The alliance has to be something else. That's whatever I could understand of his Marathi. So, Ravi Srivastav, it's not as comfortable and easy as you are trying to make it sound.
Such kind of positioning is always there in any alliance. Every party's workers, party's office bearers, they want their party person should become a chief minister. Uddhav Thackeray's his own statement is there. He is not in the race to become a chief minister. I have read it clearly. It is there. He has said it that if they win more seats, definitely they can stake a claim for that. I think I found the most stable and appreciable statement is from Shri Sharad Pawar. He said, we want only 80 seats to contest. Say, let 100 be contested by Congress, let 100 be contested by the Mr. Uddhav Thackeray, and let the 80 seats be left for me out of 288. So he is more responsible, and we have heard the statements from none other than the Devendra Fadnavis, who has said that taking Ajit Pawar on board in the BJP has harmed the party. And the party had to pay the price in the Lok Sabha elections only because of Ajit Pawar.
Okay.
And more advertisements in Maharashtra coming out in the newspapers do not have Ajit Pawar's picture in that even. That's the situation.
Karan Verma.
Talking about this, that this Yuti is very strong or very sound. I think the Yuti is minus Ajit Pawar even at this stage.
Karan Verma.
Later?
Just adding to what Ravi Srivastav is saying, of course, it seems with my own understanding of the situation and what Naresh Kamath has just narrated, maybe the MVA is in a soup in Maharashtra.
Yes.
But even for the BJP, look at the way the BJP had to give the Mahim seat to MNS. The fact that BJP might be contesting less number of seats this time vis-a-vis 2019. Ajit Pawar issue. So obviously, it's not as hunky-dory for the BJP also.
So it's never too hunky-dory, Abhishek, but they don't wash dirty linen in public, as we saw with Congress, whether it's in Jharkhand or in Maharashtra, where people are walking out and Manoj Jha is coming and talking to the press about what he wants, what he doesn't want. Nikhil has tried to normalize it, but it's not normal. And the BJP, in fact, the Mahayuti Alliance, they are coming up with seats. Like, it's very clear now that the BJP is getting close to 151 seats, the Shiv Sena is getting 83 seats, and Ajit Pawar is getting 54-something seats. So they are coming up with seats, they are coming up with candidates. They are a united house. And let's understand this, Abhishek. After the loss in Haryana, it has absolutely sent shockwaves across the INDI Alliance. Barely had they lost Haryana, Priyanka Chaturvedi passes the first statement that Congress cannot defeat BJP directly. The fact that Congress today is a weak fulcrum of the Mahavikas Aghadi or of the INDI Alliance means this alliance is very weak. The Congress today is humiliated. They are fielding candidate against Priyanka Vadra in Kerala. The left hasn't shown any respect. The Congress isn't respected by any of its allies. Akhilesh Yadav went ahead and announced 6 seats for the UP by polls. So everywhere now they want a pound of their flesh because they understand the Congress is on slippery ground. They cannot defeat the BJP. Nikhil was saying, oh, it's a different election. Well, elections change, states change. Congress आज भी वहीं खड़ी है. खड़ा हूं आज भी वहीं, वो गाना कांग्रेसी के लिए, वो वहीं खड़े हैं, वो वहीं इंतजार कर रहे हैं कि कब जीतेंगे. But they still remain there, and 47 out of the last 58 elections they've lost. So
Karan,
much the same story for them.
Karan, if you go by Lok Sabha election results and project those on the assembly segment, if you project those along the assembly segments, BJP, of course, clearly is winning Jharkhand, but BJP seems to be on a very thin ice in Maharashtra. They would be down from 105 to maybe anything between 40 to 60. Also,
that is where, Abhishek, I want to answer this.
Quickly, before I go to Nikhil, quickly.
That is where I think the genius of the BJP and their machinery is they course correct. You look at the yojnas they got after that, whether it was for soy and cotton farmers. They've given out a package of 5,000 per acres to 65 lakh farmers. For the Ladli Ladki Behan Yojana, 18 to 65, every woman getting 1,500. They've touched 1.8 crore women through this scheme. Yes, it is a reverie. I understand my friend Nikhil is itching to say that, but they have course corrected. So, their political acumen. Yeah, of course. I have criticized them for that. But
I would also criticize them for that. Because on the campaign of welfare versus revenue,
their course correction.
The state government there, at least, maybe they can say that Shinde is doing it, but they're doing it.
Yeah, they're doing it. This is what their political acumen is. Congress had an advantage in Lok Sabha, Abhishek. You rightly said it. And they're squandering that advantage. That shows what the Congress party is. They cannot win an election.
Okay, also, Karan, the fact that Manoj Jarange Patil today announced that he's going to contest and 10 to 15 seats, and he's anti-BJP, so maybe cutting some votes. But Nikhil, last word to you quickly, because the Congress is on the defensive here. As Karan said, and that's what my question was, that there is no scope for course correction in the Congress party scheme of things, it seems.
Absolutely not, Abhishek. So a couple of things Karan said. First of all, he said that the Congress is the weakest link in the Mahavikas Aghadi, which is absolutely not correct if you look at the 2019 State Assembly election results, or if you look at
As they say in corporate world, the strongest link in the chain is the weakest link. So even if you are saying that the Congress party is the strongest, perhaps it's the weakest link.
Absolutely not. Abhishek, absolutely not. Secondly, the point that I was making earlier about the states being different in terms of Haryana, Jharkhand and Maharashtra is that Haryana is a state where the fight is clearly between BJP versus Congress. And last thing, he was saying that the allies of the Congress do not respect it. What about Omar Abdullah leaving out a ministerial berth in the Jammu and Kashmir cabinet, despite the fact that the Congress has said that we are going to support it from outside? The fact is that
Omar Abdullah held the mirror to the Congress party. It should have campaigned properly in Jammu. It has not done so. Okay, fine. Thank you so much, Nikhil Jain, Ravi Srivastav, Naresh Kamath, and Karan Verma for joining us. We had a great conversation. Maharashtra election is just hotting up. We'll keep coming back to it. And with that, we come to an end of this conversation. Thanks for watching. Short break. Live and Breaking is back on the other side. And of course, tomorrow 8 p.m. Super Prime Time Max. Arnav Goswami is back with the debate.